Hey there, my friends. Lisa from Lisa Augustine Glazier Coaching and the soon to be launched Energy Gal podcast. I'm so glad to meet you in this space and want to ask you, how you doing? Have you purchased all your Christmas gifts already? Is the Christmas tree up yet? Have you started those cookies? No, no, and no for me on all of those. Really, how are you? As I video this, it is December 3rd, and we are in the thick of things. And there is a lot going on out in the world and a lot going on in each and every one of us as well. All of us. I hear from so many of you. Thank you so much for that. I love the communication back and forth. And there's a lot going on. There is a lot going on. And so that's why it's my intention to provide for us maybe some navigational tips and guidance for how to get through to the other side of this with a modicum of grace and self-compassion and compassion for others as well. So today on the ABCs of self-care, I am concentrating on the letter B, and B is for breathe. Yeah, I'm not a fancy girl. I'm just not fancy. And so I like to take things really simple. And one of the things that really helped me on my journey, as I have experienced a lot of anxiety throughout my whole life, and one of the things that really helped me was being able to have something, a tool like the breath, right there at all times. I could be in the middle of a movie theater, in the middle of teaching an exercise class, in the middle of the grocery store, or in the middle of watching a movie at home. And if I felt some anxiety or what have you, the breath is right there. It's easy. It's reachable. And so today for the letter B, I thought I would talk about breathing and how important that is and how helpful it is to focus on that breath in such a way as to bring our, that energetic chi that so often exists way up here in the mind, and through the breath, bring that down into the body. You know, something we're never taught. I think it's why after a good long run and all that breathing that I'm doing, I feel more centered, more focused, more in my body, more dropped down into my physical skin. I think it's all the breath. And so I just wanted to remind us today of the power of that breath. And the way that I do it is this, on a regular basis. And I try to do it rather than reactionary, though it works. I try to do it on a regular basis so that it just becomes part of what I'm doing in my life. And then maybe I'm not having to deal with reactionary circumstances as much. Proactive as opposed to reactive. And so a big time hand over my heart helps me to realize that this is where I want to be living from, my heart. And then a lot of times I put my other hand right on my ribs, right here on my ribs, at my power center to let me know that I want to live from this center of my body, from this empowered place. And really, it's no more fancy than literally taking a breath in and a breath out, and just being very conscious and very focused and very intentioned on focused on the breath. And I know that someone will say, well, do you breathe through the mouth? Do you breathe through the nose? Just breathe. Just breathe, really. I'm just happy if you just breathe. Just be focused on the breath. Let's not make it be complicated, okay? Hand on the heart, hand on the middle of the bod, and breathe. Even things like, as you're breathing, give yourself a hug. Wrap both arms around yourself and give yourself a hug. Sometimes that's what we need. We're being triggered by something. We're upset by something. We don't even know what's going on, and it doesn't matter. But what you need is a hug. So if you can't get it from someone around you, give it to yourself. Hug yourself, okay? And it really is just as simple as that. Just really small tips on ways to be able to maneuver. Notice I didn't say the word control. I'm not a real big control fan. I think control is limited and can be manipulative after a while and just is exhausting, actually. I don't think that it's holy. So I think that coming into a place of your own power and your own authority is very empowering. And so to drop into the breath, drop into the body is huge for bringing all of the life force that ends up getting stuck in the brain with thinking and thinking and thinking and trying to figure things out, and bring that breath down into the body, even bring it all the way down into your toes, and stay in the body, in that space, and then give yourself a hug. I know sometimes I hear myself and I think, am I like pie in the sky? And then I think, yeah, I am, but everybody likes pie. So that's what I have for us today. As a heads up, to let you know that I have a YouTube channel, and I am putting all of these ABCs into a playlist called the ABCs of self-care. And so you can catch me on my YouTube channel if you can't always catch me on Facebook. And I've got some other playlists that I'm starting as well. And sorry for all the squeaks. I'm in a chair that is squeaky. It's real life here. And if there's any particular subject that y'all would like me to talk about, I got to thinking about like what qualifies me to give advice to you. Really, it's a very humbling thing. I pine, I pray, I ask love to help me with a message. And what qualifies me is I have no idea. I think because I love you, maybe that would be it. My husband has never taken a shop class, and yet he picked up a hammer and he knew how to use it. It just made sense to him. And he refurbishes broken down old houses and then resells them for a profit. And he does an amazing job. And I'll say to him, where did you ever learn this? And he said, I don't know. I just think it was inside. And so I think that, do you have anything that you're like, I don't know why, I know I'm just really good at doing that. And I think for me is that I have listened to so many stories in my life through the 30 years of personal training, and opened my heart to people's stories that I don't know, I think I alchemized it all and was able to then pour out some, get navigational tools. That's it. You know what I mean? Got some experience, some education, but mostly I think it's just love. So take good care of yourselves. I'll meet you again here tomorrow for the letter C. And I hope you have a very blessed day. And I'm hugging you from here. Big love. Peace.